Hey, I'm the Glam Guru, and today we're talking about the Telos TR2 Hangout Mode by Sea to Summit. But technically, isn't all camping like hanging out? So in order for you to actually put it into Hangout Mode, you're going to have to own the Telos TR2 in the first place. And you may need to buy this Hangout Mode pole set, or be like these lovely ladies and get some trekking poles. Now to go into Hangout Mode, the directions are on the side of the tent bag. And all you're going to need is the fly and the pole to set it up. Now once you get the pole all set up, remember that the colors are coordinated to the tabs, so don't forget that, like I always do. Then you'll just lay the pole right on top of the fly. Boom. Now the directions say you should stake down the fly before you actually set it up, but the first time I did it I didn't do that, and this is what happened. Yeah, classic. So I took it down, I started over, and I staked it down like I should have done in the first place. Then I inserted the poles and the color tabs that they go into. Then I connected the front and back of the fly to the poles in the middle. After that, I velcroed up all the little velcro tabs throughout the fly. After that, you're all set to turn it right side out? Is that the right way to say it? Anyway, one thing I noticed is that when it's all staked in, it's very hard to turn this thing right side out because it's just impossible to get it to flex around and round out. So I decided to undo two of the stakes on one side to give it the space to actually flip right side out. Then I gently kind of pushed on the poles until it flipped itself the right way out. And once you have it the right side out, pretty much you're just going to do some adjustments to get it nice and tight and taut. Now I did find it easier to actually undo the Velcro tabs, and then after you get it right side out, reattach the Velcro tabs to the poles. After that, just flip it over and you're done. No, you're not even close to done, I'm going to be honest. That was actually the easy part. Okay, now you're going to need those Hangout specialty poles, or a pair of trekking poles if you got those. Then once those poles are put together, you want to find the front of the tent, and then stake down the back, so it won't blow away in the wind. Again. Then locate the Hangout Mode tabs in the front. And you know how you know those are the Hangout Mode tabs? Well, because they say it. That's really it. Okay, lift the front and then find that hole and push the pole through that tab. Then just do the same thing on the other side and you're done. No, you're not. Now before you attach the guy lines, I would suggest you lay it down so it doesn't blow away in the wind for the third time. Now there's two sets of guy lines. The white ones are longer and that goes for the front, and the gray ones are for the back. Then you want to take that toggle and send it through the same tab that says Hangout Mode on it. After that, lift the two poles in the front, then run the guidelines out, get your handy dandy rock and stake it down. And now once you have both guidelines in the front staked out, I then adjusted the tension lines. And these little toggles allow it to lock down, which is awesome. Once that was all set, I moved to the sides with the other tension lines. With these ones, you kind of have to get a little creative how you attach them. The dongle thing, yep, that's the official word I used, slips to the two loops on the fly. One thing I'll say, if it was really windy out, this would not be easy to set up, and that's kind of a pain. And I find that the setup is not that intuitive. It was a little bit of trial and error before I got it right, even though I thought I was following the directions pretty perfectly. I mean, in my opinion, at least. One cool feature is there's a vent on the back of the fly, so that you can get some airflow going, because it probably gets pretty hot under there if the sun is beating on you. I also like that I could actually stand up inside of it, because to me it made it feel more spacious. Now I kind of envision this thing for more like a beach shelter from the sun, or even at a festival where you want a little more shade. Now I've never really experienced a tent that also has a shade structure beyond it just being a tent. I do think for glamping or festival camping that the Hangout Mode for this tent could be really useful, and it turns this tent that could just be a tent into something more, which I love. Well, I hope you enjoyed this how-to and review and didn't confuse you more than it may have. I'm the Glam Guru, thanks for watching, please subscribe.